Social Media Setup, Part 1. Why you need an event brand page rather than just your profile. Hey guys, I'm Sheryl Loch with Ginger Roots Media, and I do digital marketing strategy. And I'm here with...
Hey guys, I'm Lany with Events by Lany, and I do event production. So today we're talking about personal profiles, brand pages, and we're mostly talking about Facebook, but we are going to dive into a little bit of the other social media channels. But should you use your brand page? Should you use your personal profile for your event? And see, this one, she goes batshit crazy when you don't do it right. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you right now, this is like her pet peeve. So I'm going to speak first because then she's going to go off. But do you want to do a personal profile? Do you want to do a brand page? We've seen both, and there's some really good value in using a brand page. So Sheryl, rant away.
Use a brand page.
Told you.
Mic drop. Okay, maybe a little more detail will set this straight. If you're planning an event, you want a brand page. Now, one of the things that we talked about a little bit earlier before we started the actual video was naming your event.
God.
And branding that name and that event. One of the biggest things we'll tell you right now, make a name and keep it.
Stick to it.
If you are going to do events over and over, you want that same name.
Wait. Should I put the year on my event brand page?
Sure, you should if you want me to slap you. Don't put a year. We want to build this once, and we want to continue building it over the next 50 years, because if your event's good, you're going to want to continue to use that and use it to build year after year. If you put down your event name and the year on that brand page, be it Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter, you're screwing yourself, because then come next year, you have to change that crap again and start from zero. So let's not do that. If you're going to do years, that's a different ball game and not your brand page. Now, if you are looking at, maybe you're thinking, I already have people on my personal profiles on all these social platforms. Why don't I use it? Well, there's a lot of good reasons you're not going to want to do that. For one, when it comes to like Facebook, you're very limited because you can only have 5,000 friends. The rest of the time, maybe not building up to the event, you're going to post pictures of your kids, your grandparents, all this other crap. That is not a brand. That is your personal profile. Keep it that way.
And you're going to drive your audience crazy, your personal audience crazy, promoting your business and your brand all the time.
And
when it's a
your
heavy
event attendees are going to be driven crazy because they don't really care about your Aunt Lulu's wedding.
Exactly.
Unless she was really drunk and you got a great video, then it might, that's different. But you're going to want a brand page. You're going to want to make sure you're set on the name. You're not going to include a freaking year or a location or freaking anything else.
Right.
Keep it your brand name. Now, when you set up these brand accounts, what you're going to get is your analytics. You're going to keep that separate from your personal analytics this way. My personal Twitter analytics is very different than my brand analytics because I deal in two different things. I also troll on my personal Twitter profile, which that adds. But anyway, you're going to want to keep those separate for your analytics. So you're getting a good read on how your possible participants, how it's building year after year is going.
And you have no personal analytics when you use for Facebook and Instagram. There's no personal analytics. So if you want a business account and you want to see what your analytics are, and Sheryl has this thing about Facebook video and analytics and all that we're going to get into a little bit more, but not on this video. But know that if you have a personal profile and you're using all of your personal profile to promote, you have zero credibility for analytics down the road for when you need them.
And with your personal profile, some of the things are that you may at some point want to use it just for personal, and you'll still not have a page built. Every page starts at 0.
Mm-hmm.
So start it now and start it right. You're also going to add to your reach eventually. If you want to run ads, you're going to need a page and a brand, and you don't want to run those all with your personal pages. So you can also target better with a page, because when you go in to start interacting with maybe the speakers or your sponsors and all that, you don't want to be interacting as your personal profile. You want to be interacting as that brand account for visibility, reach, and growth.
Yeah, they'll recognize Events by Lany as a professional rather than just Lany Sullivan as the personal. So on certain things, I definitely interact as Events by Lany as a whole, so that way I get that visibility and that reach and that recognition as Events by Lany, because now people go, oh, she does events, clearly.
And if you have a social media manager, which you should if you're running an event, the thing is, you don't want them on your personal profiles. Set up the page,
Isn't that a
set up the
violation of TOS too for most of them?
whatever. That the TOS really has nothing to do with it, Lany. It's, do you want me in your personal profile
No.
running stuff?
Oh wait, you already do. Okay. Anyway.
That's beside the point. But anyway, you're not going to want all of these other people. Maybe you have some volunteers that are going to do some things for you, or an actual social media manager.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want them to have access. It also shows professionalism. I don't want to follow little Janie. I want to follow the event brand,
Mm-hmm.
because that takes it to a different level. It takes away a little personalization. I may know that Janie is going to be posting and it's her event and she has a lot of input, but I want the professionalism of a brand page. And long-term visibility. Like I said, you're going to build this. This isn't something you set up a month before the event or 3 months. You're going to set this up 12 months out, 18 months out, and start building for it.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps the event and your brand build a community, not personal friends. There is a difference, and it may be the same to you, but to your event attendees, it's going to be different. They're in a different mindset following a person rather than a brand. And manager options. That's what I said. Nobody wants me in their personal profile, but put me in your brand page, and that's much easier under any type of account to give them access to that. And you have one place for all your updates, your troubleshooting, anything going on, one place that's not cluttered with your personal things.
And of course, you can, as you all know, you can promote using your personal profile. So take your brand page and promote to your personal profile. You can cross promote from there. So use your brand page as your main hub.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. I tell a lot of people this. A lot of people don't listen. If you have a brand page and a personal profile, I understand you have a lot more people that interact on your personal profile. But you want to take those people that are interested in your brand and move them to your brand page. You can still have them on your own personal profile. Move them to your brand profile. And the thing is, when you post updates, when you do a live video, when you're sharing things about the event,
Mm-hmm.
the very first freaking place you post them is on your brand page.
And then it goes out from there.
Then you share them to your personal profile. Doing a live video for the event, for the brand, use your brand page, then share it out. Post on Twitter, all your updates, share it out through your personal profiles. Don't do it on your personal brand or your personal profile and then share it to the brand page, that's crap, because then when it gets reshared by someone, it's sharing your personal profile. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
take that your brand page. So everything goes through the brand first if it's about the brand and the event. Sorry.
She rants. I love it. So I want to really quick, I know you've got one more point, but I want to dive into a lot of you have groups and you've got your tribe built into your group. And you may be using your group as your current group as the place to promote everything. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is the difference between profile and brand page in and out of the group? Let's talk about the power there.
Here's the thing, a lot of people build groups. I would suggest strongly you still have to have a page, a general meeting place that is open to the public. Depending on your type of event and your type of audience, you may have a private group. You know, if it's dealing with more personal things or things that you are not open to the public as much about, well, that puts a real limit on it,
Mm-hmm.
because people can't share out of the group to their own personal profile. So if Lainey's holding an event and I'm in her group and there's something cool they post or share, I can't reshare it to my friends, my family, whoever, to Twitter, to wherever I want to share it. It's not as easy to do. You also limit visibility. People may not, that don't know about your event, may not join your group,
Mm-hmm.
but they may follow your brand page. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to post your updates to your brand page, then share them into your group. Another thing with groups is, can you have, if you don't have currently groups for the event, you may be new, don't have any, get your brand page going. Then as you get attendees that are signing up and paying, maybe you want to keep it only people who have bought tickets so that it's very closed and you can put more details that aren't public. It's only for attendees in that group. You might just build a general group. That's okay. The only thing is, stuff's going to get lost. You still want one place you can have it, and that is on your page. Share it into your group. But before you go and start making a bunch of groups, think about who you want in that group, why you want them in there, what you're going to update in there. Is it going to be closed? Is it going to be open to the public? Only attendees, people, anybody interested? You're going to have to think all of these things through before you do a group. Groups can be great. It can bring those attendees a general meeting place to get excited, to work them
Mm-hmm.
up, or even after the event, but it's not for before the event to just use that.
Yep,
Did that answer your group?
it did. Thank you. So you've got one more point, and it's selling your events.
Yes. This may be down the road. Maybe you're thinking, this is my event. I love my event. I will always own my event. Let me tell you, a lot of events sell. And it's selling of the brand and the concept and all of this. So what you're going to want to do is think about, in 5 years when you've built this up, 10 years, maybe you're a lot younger than I am and you're looking 20 years down the road and you have made this event just amazing and have an amazing crowd every year. At some point, whether it's health issues, your families, you just get tired of it. There could be a variety of reasons why a successful event wants to change hands. Now, if you've ran that under your personal name, Lany Sullivan, what are you going to do with that? There's not another Lany Sullivan
Thank
that
God.
is,
No.
yeah, no kidding, that is going to be able to take it over. So if you've built every platform, everything is the brand as the event, then at some point, if you do decide to sell it, you sell it as a whole. They get all those pages, they get
Mm-hmm.
everything. And that's another reason why when you do go to brand your event, you don't want it the Sheryl Loch event.
Yep.
I mean, think down the road. Some of those events are worth a mint.
And there's an event that I know of that they're in their fourth year, I want to say. Their 2018 is their fourth year of their event, and they've successfully run it with a profit in the 5-6 figures. They are now in talks to sell their event sometime in the next 2 to 3 years to a bigger expo type, and this is a big conference, it's an expo type of a conference, but they're now in talks to potentially sell it. That was never the plan when they started this event. They just wanted to make an impact. Well, now they're making an impact, and now they're basically potentially going to sell globally. And if you could, so that's an option. It's an opportunity. I mean, sometimes we don't think we're going to sell, and
Franchise that bitch out.
yeah. So if you do it right, there's always an opportunity for massive growth and massive impact if you follow. And this is why we emphasize branding it properly and sticking to the brand, and like we love our names and we think we're all fabulous and we want to be internet famous. Not me, but some people do. But being internet famous and actually making an impact under a brand, a recognized brand, is actually a bigger deal than being internet famous.
This isn't about being an influencer with your name.
Mm-hmm.
This is about an event
Mm-hmm.
and a brand. And if that is what you're setting out to do it right the first time.
Yeah.
So if I haven't convinced you not to run it off your personal profile and to run a brand and run a page, I don't know what to tell you, but you got to look ahead. Don't just look at the now. I've got a lot of friends and they'll click the like button because that like doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean shit at all.
No, you want people that are actually going to attend and interact and engage and help you build that brand.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry about your friends and your family that'll click a like button for you. Worry about what you're building in the long term. So there you go. Anything else? We got it?
I think we got it all.
Need me to rant some more?
No, I think the next video you can do more.
Cool. Okay, be sure to like this video. That like means something to me. Go ahead and like this video, dislike this video, leave us a comment, leave us a question, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If nothing else, one thing you will be sure you do is go over and sign up for the email list, because we are going to have some Q&A live session only for the people on the email list. So you're going to get to talk with us, ask us your event questions and all, but that's only through the email list. So be sure to get that done. And if you are planning an event right now and haven't set up your brand page,
we know how to do it, and you should contact us.
that works too. I was just going to say, just go freaking do it. So
Just
there
do
you
it.
go. Thanks for watching.